Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious baked turkey. It's for an Easter Sunday meal. This is what us Haitians usually eat during Easter, so I figured I'll put this video out for you guys so you can have something for Easter dinner. And yes, you need a whole turkey. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but you need a whole turkey. So I went ahead and cut and prepped my turkey, which I didn't upload because it would have been too long. But if you do want to see it, let me know in the comment section and I'll go ahead and edit that and put that up here for you guys. So what I'm doing right here, I'm basically just putting my usual épices adobo salt. You know the deal, you know how I marinate my meat, so same thing goes for here. And also with turkey, I find that it's best to always let the marinade sit for a little while, because if you just go and put this on the stove and cook it, you're not going to like it. I find that turkey, for some reason, even though it's easy to cook and it cooks pretty quickly, it still takes a while for the flavors to penetrate. So you want to let this sit for an hour to 2 hours before you cook it, or even better, you can do this the night before you cook it like I did in this video. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm adding here is just the Maggi, and then I'm going to stir it one more time and cover that and put that in the fridge for the next day. So the next day, what I'm doing here is just adding 3.5 cups of water. I'm going to turn my stove on at medium-high heat so it can cook. So make sure you cover that up and let it cook. And just like in my oxtails video, I've showed you guys to make sure that you check your meat as frequently as possible, because you don't want the water to evaporate. So this is about an hour later. I'm just making sure that everything is looking good. My meat is pretty much ready, but I'm going to let it cook for 30 more minutes. I don't really want it to fall off the bone, but I want it to come to the point where it is falling off the bones, if that makes sense. Alright guys, so this is about 30 minutes later, so about an hour and a half in total. My turkey is done, and I'm turning my stove off at this point and just letting it rest for a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my pan ready. Also, you're going to need a brush because you need 3 egg yolks. You don't need the egg whites, just the yolks. And you also need some butter. I have about 2 spoons of butter here. You also going to need some flour. This is about 1.5 cups, but I didn't actually use all the flour. And some carnation milk, some evaporated carnation milk. You can find all those at your local grocery store. So what I'm doing here is simply whisking the eggs together. And then you're going to need a saucepan. Turn your stove at low heat and add your butter in and let that melt. Alright guys, so once the butter is melted, we're going to add our flour here, and then what you want to do is stir it. Now, usually I have easy, quick recipes for you guys, but this one is a little bit on the difficult side. So what we want to do here is just stir our flour and our milk together, and even though you don't see it's coming together right away, stick with it and just keep stirring and add milk as needed. Alright guys, so like I said, just keep stirring and add milk, and it should look like this. Very smooth, no clumps. If you're having a hard time, just use the drainer, no big deal. And at this point of time, I'm going to take my turkey and add it to my pan so I can add my bechamel sauce. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say bechamel sauce in English. If you're Haitian and you're watching this video and you know how to say this in English, please put this in my comment section for me. Alright guys, so now that our sauce is in here, we just want to stir it in just to make sure that it's all over the meat. And once you're done doing that, go ahead and grab your egg yolks and your brush, lightly dip it in the egg yolk and just pass it all over the meat. Make sure it's all in there, and then we're going to add it in the oven. Make sure you preheat your oven at 350 Fahrenheit, and we're gonna put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. And that's pretty much it, guys. Just make sure you have it all over it and then place it in the oven. In the meantime, I'm going to show you guys how to make a quick stew with the turkey broth. So what you want to do, you want to go ahead and drain it because there's meat and bones from there, and we don't want that in our stew. So be sure to drain that, and it should look like so. Very simple. And then what you're gonna want is some onions and green bell pepper. You can add as much as you want. I just wanted to do just a little bit, not too much. And of course, my tomato puree. If you watch my videos, you will know that this is mostly the basis of all the stews and sauces that I've made. I'm using some avocado oil. Go ahead and put that in your pan. Let it, once it's hot, you can go ahead and add your onions and bell pepper in there, and then we're going to let that saute for about a minute or so. Alright guys, so go ahead and add your tomato paste puree in. I'm letting this sit for about 30 seconds before I stir it. So now that it's been 30 seconds, go ahead and stir it in. I'm just only doing that so my flavors don't fall flat. You don't want to add cold water to the pot and then you go right away and stir it. That's like the quickest way to get a flat meal. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my turkey broth in, and that's pretty much it with that. As always, you can always add a habanero pepper if you like, and then we can go ahead and let that sit on low for about 3 minutes, and then that's it. And also our turkey should be done at this point, so go ahead and pull it out the oven, let it rest, and have at it. So once again, guys, thank you as always for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, I greatly appreciate you tuning in. And like I said, this is something you guys can have for Easter dinner. I'm having this with some white rice, some Haitian style potato salad, and some white bean sauce. I'll put the link in the description box for the rice and the bean sauce. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.